All right, and welcome back to GM mode here on the channel. Thank y'all for the support on the last one. Let's keep it going here for episode number 2. If you are enjoying GM mode, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below for more, and make sure to leave a like. If you missed the end of last episode, we started, of course, with ECW, and we made a big trade. We traded both Shayna Baszler and Dakota Kai for Veer and Carmelo Hayes. Now, the way it's gonna turn out, we finished our first big feud between Cody Rhodes and Drew McIntyre. It's kind of turning out Veer's gonna end up in the World Championship picture. And I know what it sounds like, but really he's the only big heel that we have on the roster other than McIntyre, who isn't booked. So it's kind of the feud we have to do. Yeah. Now, Rhea Ripley, Candice LeRae is a great program for us. The problem is, a big problem is we don't have money in the first place. But another problem is, again, ECW doesn't have a women's championship. It's like SVR 2008 when ECW just had a male championship. Well, now we have a TV title and tag titles as well, but that's the problem again. Candice LeRae and Rhea Ripley aren't fighting for a world championship. So that's why I was so keen on getting rid of Baszler and Dakota Kai when offered. But we'll see the match here between Ripley and Candice LeRae. And LeRae has really won almost every match in this rivalry. She's going to win right there. This is a new feud for us. Drew McIntyre, Carmelo Hayes. Again, a good feud to get McIntyre back into the swing of things. Hayes obviously new to the brand as well. Tommaso Ciampa, Grayson Waller is going to be a new feud for us. And then we're going to continue that feud between Damian Priest and Big E for the TV Championship. Cody Rhodes, Shinsuke Nakamura. Shinsuke's going to win. We really only needed to do that, though, to establish the run-in that we had with Veer to interrupt Cody Rhodes, and that's why Shinsuke got the pin. I'm fine with it. I think our card was pretty good. I think it's better than SmackDown's. I mean, their big marquee feud is Dominic Mysterio and Seth Rollins. And don't forget, since we do have Xavier Woods as our GM, we still do have that power-up card in our back pocket that can take a wrestler from any other brand. Now, I'm kind of waiting on SmackDown here. You cannot take a champion, so I'm waiting for Seth Rollins to drop the tag team championships. So then we can take him away, because really there's nobody I want on Raw. Like, Finn Balor would be cool, but he's in this feud with Dragunov, which we could interrupt, and I wouldn't be against getting Ilya Dragunov as well, which Raw is running them the opener for some reason, but I think the guy who can make the most impact for us would be Seth Rollins, and I kind of just want the Seth Cody feud, if I'm being honest, so we'll see. But Raw's show just really isn't that great. It feels like, obviously, we're last in the rankings right now, which is stupid, but your main event for Monday Night Raw, Joe Coffey taking on Trick Williams for the United States Championship, and Williams is going to retain with 3.5 stars. So we compare our show to the rest, it's the worst one. But again, when you look at how this goes usually in GM mode, your first show of the month is going to be the worst because, again, we have to establish these feuds. And we have to establish the rivalry that is Cody Rhodes versus Veer, which I hate that's a thing, but we got to go with it. So now from Sacramento, California, the capital of California, Drew McIntyre is going to ask us if we can help him out. Now, we obviously are playing as Xavier Woods, and we can't make our big heel unhappy after he just lost a world title feud, so we're going to do it. Yeah, and I didn't mean to say no to Big E right there, but we accidentally did. So it is what it is. But again, we kind of have to keep Drew McIntyre happy right now, so we're going to do that. So we're going to have Drew wrestle Carmelo Hayes again, and we're going to get involved. And I think it's something, again, maybe Carmelo Hayes won't be happy with it, but we got to get it going with Drew McIntyre because, again, this is a guy who just dropped the world championship to Cody Rhodes in their big feud. Can't have his morale too far down as we find GM interference right there. You can't have Drew McIntyre's morale all that crappy, so kind of have to keep him around. Got to make him happy at the expense of Carmelo Hayes, who is new to the brand, but he was shipped off as the B-side of a trade between Veer and Shayna Baszler and Dakota Kai. So if I can get this right here, we're going to do Drew McIntyre versus Carmelo Hayes. Yeah, same thing. Just got to get the interference going. Xavier Woods is going to help Drew McIntyre. And that works for me in the opener here of ECW. Okay, our next match. Cody Rhodes' stamina is a little bit questionable at 30, but I think we can run him one more time. At least I hope. Everyone's stamina is decent right now. We're going to have Tommaso Ciampa call out Shinsuke Nakamura. Our main event for the ECW World Championship, Cody Rhodes versus Veer. Again, I see the stamina for Cody is low, but you know, he's the workhorse for a reason. He works house shows for WWE all the time, and they wanted to replace him in the main event with The Rock. So, you know, we'll let Cody work here on low stamina. Candice LeRae and Rhea Ripley can go. And then also, we just need to fill out one more match. It's probably going to have to be Damian Priest and Big E. Yeah, I mean, what else do we have for the TV championship? Big E and Damian Priest. And then we can do a tag team call because don't forget our tag champions are Grayson Waller and Shinsuke Nakamura. Now we barely use the tag team championships because we have such limited roster space. We really don't have anyone. And yeah, I mean, the team that's going to challenge them eventually will be Big E and Tommaso Ciampa. But through this month that I'm going to play today, I really don't think that tag feud's going to come up right now. Just because, again, Big E's in the middle of a feud with Damian Priest. And, again, we booked Shinsuke Nakamura in the feud with Tommaso Ciampa for a reason because, you know, we can't have Shinsuke and Grayson Waller just sitting there. So we'll do that. We'll have that going. I'm just looking at the power-up cards here. Again, trying to steal a wrestler eventually, but right now, again, you can't steal anyone who is a champion, so that means no Dominic Mysterio, not like I would take him, but especially the one that you want is Seth Rollins. You can't get him just yet. Using our power-up cards here, again, just kind of got to use what we have at this point because we are in last place. All of our effects our assets are probably like the lowest you can get, except for a couple. We're going to upgrade our backstage crew, which is going to allow us to get some more match stipulations or whatnot. The problem is, we only have $32,000. So that TLC match between Candice LeRae and Rhea Ripley, yeah, we're gonna have to axe that one and save it for a later day. So our opener, of course, we're getting involved, allowing Drew McIntyre to beat Carmelo Hayes. It's not a great match, but I don't know. I guess we're turning our own GM heel, which is fine. It's been done before. It's a common wrestling thing. Apparently, I didn't put the belt on this match between Big E and Damian Priest. It was a good match, but the title does not change hands. LeRae and Rhea Ripley fight forever is the moniker of this little feud, and Rhea Ripley is going to win 3 stars. And just don't lose, Cody. Oh, okay. Veer finishes the story here on ECW. He beats Cody Rhodes and becomes the ECW champion. We are cooked, and I like how SmackDown is starting, I guess they're starting a feud we already had that and finished, by the way, in Shayna Baszler and Dakota Kai. They run back-to-back women's matches, and actually they're running 3 out of 4 women's matches here on SmackDown. Not like there's anything wrong with that, but they are, which I find is interesting, because they have Seth Rollins stuck in a tag program, and their world champion Dominic Mysterio is just cutting promos all the time. I mean, I guess that's, you know, kind of common to the current WWE champion. But anyways, on to Monday Night Raw. Trick Williams, Joe Coffey's their U.S. Championship feud. They didn't put the belt on that one, so Coffey's gonna win. Io Sky is cutting promos. Elton Prince and Carl Anderson. Elton Prince wins. I mean, that sounds as mediocre as it probably was. Nathan Frazier cuts a promo. 4-way match, Creed, Ford, Dijak, and Finn Balor. Balor wins. That's all part of that feud with Balor and Creed. And I guess Balor's in the feud, though, with Dragunov as well. Bayley, Natalya, main event. They put the World Championship on Natalya. Okay, so our card wasn't bad. We had 2 4.5-star matches with Big E and Priest and Veer and Cody. So we should be doing all right. We gained 45,000 fans. SmackDown gains 43,000, and Raw still, though, outperforms us. We're getting closer. The margin is, you know, getting there. But still, though, we are falling behind. From St. Louis, Missouri, here's our next show. Drew McIntyre is happy with things, and Carmelo Hayes is not happy, which is expected. But again, I'm sorry, Carmelo Hayes. We are giving priority, at least at this point, to Drew McIntyre. So Veer by far is our biggest star, and then Damian Priest, which is kind of crazy. And again, looking at some of these power-up cards, I don't think Blinded really matters all that much. I don't think it does. Again, cheat code is the one we want to use, but unfortunately right now, Seth Rollins still is yet to drop that tag team championships for SmackDown. So let's book our next card here. Cody Rhodes, popularity is going way down, and he's only at 16 stamina. So do we want to give Cody the immediate rematch right now, or let him sit a week? I likely, want him to sit. So we're gonna have Cody call out Veer, and instead, the main event spot will go to Damian Priest and Big E, which is fine. Big E just won the, contenders match. And then we can do this again. Again, we're going to keep running that same match over and over again, but that's kind of how you win in GM mode. We'll run Rhea Ripley and Candice LeRae. Again, this game kind of favors the typical, I wouldn't say typical, but the old I don't know, 2013 Friday Night SmackDown booking rather than, I don't know, Tony Khan's booking philosophy, which is fine. You know, I mean, personally, I think I know which one I like better, but I'll be honest, I see the negatives in you know, the Tony Khan hot shot book stuff on Twitter, and then, oh, okay, we're gonna bring over Ishii to wrestle Adam Copeland randomly on Wednesday, which, you know, personally, I'm not gonna lie to you, I enjoy, but I understand why that doesn't necessarily appeal to the casual viewer at times. Personally, that's more of my type of thing, but it's okay. I can see why the game mode's like this and not, you know, oh, let's go have Damian Priest, you know, wrestle a random, which, I mean, it's whatever. Okay, Rhea Ripley, after I'm done with my little spiel there, Rhea Ripley's going to beat Candice LeRae in a 4.5-star match. That's great. So we're going to run 2 promos between Veer and Cody. Veer's promo apparently sucked. McIntyre beats Carmelo Hayes. He's 3-0 in the rivalry. As a wise man named Daniel Cormier once said, if the guy's up 2-0, is it really a rivalry? Well, he's up 3-0. So, yikes. Priest, Big E, main event, title on the line, Priest wins. Okay, so I mean, again, 4.5 stars, I'm not gonna complain. Not gonna complain at all. SmackDown, they signed the Big Boss Man. Nice. Maybe I missed that and I just wasn't paying attention. That's probably what happened. My philosophy with Legends right now, it takes $100,000, I believe, to even scout a legend, and on top of that, you have to pay their contract. So that right now, that's why I'm not even touching that, just because, again, we don't need extra wrestlers right now. Well, actually, we do. It's just we don't have money. So once we get money, I can go out and sign a legend right now. Or not even a legend, just another wrestler. But right now, again, I just don't have the financial funds, I guess I just repeated myself there, but I don't have the funds to do anything like that. So Monday Night Raw time here. This is their card. Again, extremely mediocre. Like on paper, Carl Anderson, Elton Prince, what are we doing? Julius Creed's cutting a promo. I mean, they've got Jobber, Carolina Reaper in a triple threat with Io Sky and Charlotte Flair. Sky will win. Montez Ford cutting a promo, and then your main event, Finn Balor, Ilya Dragunov. Again, that's great wrestling though. Like, I mean, gotta give credit to where credit is due. That is a marquee feud, but look at our show compared to the others. We should be gaining so much ground. 4.5 for both the opener and the end. We gained 51,000 fans because of both the opener and the main event. We gained 10,000 on SmackDown, gained 11,000 on Raw. That's what you'd like to see. Big week, probably our best one to date in St. Louis, Missouri. Let's go on to our next one from Raleigh, North Carolina. Great city of Raleigh. Been there once. And here we go, Triple H is talking to us. Fans are stale of Big E and Priest. Well, they're going to have to see it a couple more times until we get to the pay-per-view. And Carmelo Hayes wants to leave unless we give him $100,000. Well, I'd only have $2,000 left, so goodbye. That sucks, but seriously, what am I supposed to do there? Shinsuke wants a spot in a championship match. That's fine. We'll give it to him eventually. I think we have 3 weeks to do that. So again, we will get to that eventually with Shinsuke Nakamura. The way I see things with Carmelo Hayes, why would I give the guy $100,000 when his rivalry with McIntyre isn't hitting? Oh, I guess we do have more money now. Oh no, because we lost Hayes. We're good. We need a face. Sami Zayn or Bray Wyatt. I like Bray Wyatt, but I'm gonna go with Sami Zayn just because, again, we kind of have this Raw roster going on with Cody, Drew, Rhea. We're going to take Sami Zayn just because the Sami Zayn-Drew McIntyre feud writes itself. I think WWE's done a pretty solid job with that. At least they did with the prior feud. I mean, it's done now, at least for now. So I'm cool with it. Sami Zayn-Drew McIntyre is the new feud. Sami Zayn's going to come on. No, we'll have Sami call it Drew. Yeah, actually, no. I think we should have Drew call out Sami. I should fix that. Because we can still have Sami work a singles match right now because he's still got a lot of stamina. Because, like, right now, look at this. Cody with 22 stamina. So, yeah, we're going to switch that, I believe. But what is our main event? I guess we'll just have Cody wrestle Veer. I guess. Cody just has to make back-to-back dates until the pay-per-view. We're going to put the title on the line. This is Cody's rematch, and then they'll rematch again at pay-per-view's Payback. I mean, it's not an ECW pay-per-view, but it is what it is. We can pretend it's something else. Yeah, we're going to improve this, though, because this is basically what we're going to save by not paying Carmelo Hayes. We're going to be able to improve the rest of the quality of the show in terms of, you know, whatever backstage details we need. Candice LeRae and Rhea Ripley are going to continue the never-ending feud. Big E is at 6 stamina. I cannot push that, unfortunately. So, yeah, we'll have Big E call out Damian Priest. And then gives us a little bit of flexibility here. Grayson Waller hasn't wrestled in a while. We can't have him wrestle his tag team partner. That doesn't make sense. We can have Tommaso wrestle Shinsuke, though. I'm not against that idea. And then we just need one more match here on the card. Again, we are very, tired, our entire roster. Priest, McIntyre, Waller are the last 3 guys we have available. Not ideal, so this is where I am going to switch this promo between Zayn and McIntyre. Just have McIntyre cut it. Just have McIntyre call out Zayn. I know, again, they say Zayn's better on the mic. McIntyre's not horrible. You've seen his last run. Hell, you just saw his tweet going after Seth Rollins on Twitter. Was pretty funny. We'll have Zayn wrestle Priest for the championship. I know there's no rivalry involved, but you can book it as, hey, open challenge, Sami Zayn, Damian Priest. I know we could, actually, I would say we could do a 4-way and put Shinsuke in the match to finally get him his title shot, but actually we're not going to do that because we need to fill out a card. And this is a full card. Now, I might take Grayson Waller out of the self-promo, which, yeah, I think that makes sense. We're going to make this a triple threat match, just to get another guy involved in the match, and we have a bonus card, or whatever you want to call it, a level-up card with Grayson Waller saying his popularity is going to boost after he goes into match, so that's where we're going to use the match. Triple threat match for the TV Championship in the co-main. So we're going to start things off, Candice LeRae and Rhea Ripley. Candice LeRae's got 14 stamina, and she's going to win yet again. She has been dominating this feud. 4 stars for Candice LeRae. Getting that feud started between McIntyre and Zayn. Ciampa versus Nakamura. Tommaso Ciampa is going to win. Solid rivalry so far, but again, we're kind of trying to build Nakamura as the next title challenger. Triple threat match. I don't really care who this goes on except for Waller. Okay, good. It goes on Sami Zayn. I'm fine with that. The title lineage now goes, Big E, Priest, and now Zayn. And Veer beats Cody again. Yikes. I mean, it's fine. Veer's a really dominant champion. We're going to hit that Indian market now, which WWE's been trying to hit for the longest time. He's a, hell, they did it with Jinder. We're going to do it with Veer. Veer is still coming. But I didn't want the face of the company and the face of the brand, Cody, to lose twice in a row. I mean, 3 if you count the Nakamura loss, which, that was Veer's fault. But still, I mean, we're going to go on the pay-per-view. If Cody loses 3 times in a row, what do we do? Because Veer would be the champion going into a new rivalry. SmackDown's got Tamina and Indy Hartwell winning the women's tag titles. Over on Raw, this is an extremely mediocre show. Balor and Dragunov aren't even working on this with the exception of a promo. Their main event is that triple threat match. Again, I think Raw's getting worse every week. I think SmackDown's card isn't great either, but I think it's a little bit better than this, even though Raw is in first place. I mean, hell, Raw is pushing a jobber. I mean, come on, what are we doing? Joe Coffey's beating the U.S. champion again in a non-title match. Just put the title on the line. Triple threat match main event, Creed, Ford, Anderson. Your winner will be Montez Ford. Okay, so going into the pay-per-view now, we have our feuds established. We are good. Our card is doing very well. I think we had the best card yet again. We should be gaining fans on both SmackDown and Raw. 56,000 for us, 55,000 for SmackDown, 46,000 for Raw. So we gained 10K on Raw, 1K on SmackDown. Again, look at this margin. It's getting really close. Only down 3,000 to SmackDown. And what is Teddy Long doing? Steal 10% of our fans for the pay-per-view and double the price of power cards. We don't care. This one, remove all match bonuses and quality boosts. Wow. That's a killer, and that's smart for SmackDown. They put it all on us for the pay-per-view. We're going to renew Tommaso Ciampa. We lowball him, but he's willing to come back. Triple H is going to inform us that, yeah, Teddy Long is just, being a piece of crap here. Yeah, Teddy Long, I mean, we did go after him once, but damn, all right, it's fine. We will get back at Teddy Long eventually here. I understand that all of this is going to be expensive and whatnot from Triple H. Actually, that was an advertising program, but it's okay. Candice LeRae wants a week off. I'm sorry, that doesn't work for me, brother. We're going to need LeRae to work the pay-per-view. I mean, come on, this is the accumulation of a feud, and then we can trade maybe both of them, which, I'm not against, because, again, no women's championship, what are they fighting for? So we gotta, get back at Teddy Long somehow. We're gonna use that on him, and I think we're gonna use back Alley Crew as well. Not really getting involved with William Regal just yet, but Raw is in first place. But again, on this card, SmackDown is taking 15% of our fans on our big show, our big pay-per-view show, and we're trending in the right direction right now, at least with our total card. So main event, Veer, Cody. We've got a little bit of money, not much, I'll be honest with you, but we have some money. Falls Count Anywhere match for the World Championship. Book it. Please, Cody, get the damn world title back. Opener, Again, both these guys are dead tired, but again, you gotta have the guys pay it off for the pay-per-view, right? So Big E versus Damian Priest for the television championship TLC match. Hopefully we have the funds to do that, but I need to just make that a world title match, or sorry, TV title match. Then we got Ciampa and Shinsuke, which I'm cool with. Or actually, we're not gonna book that just yet because of the co-main. We're gonna book Candice and Rhea. The only 2 women on the roster. Want to make that a TLC match too, but again, we don't have the money, so yeah, that's kind of a problem. So actually, we're gonna make Big E and Priest a normal match, and then make Ray and Rhea a TLC match, just because that's their specialty. Even though, again, we're not going to gain anything off the specialty because Theodore Long. Anyways, TV title match. Oh, I forgot the TV title match is off. I keep forgetting. Zayn beat Priest. So the TV title's off that, and now it's on to the feud with McIntyre and Zayn, which is fine with me. And then Shinsuke and Tommaso are going to work on this card as well. So that's a pretty solid five match card. Like, I'm not going to lie. This is pretty good. Big E, Priest, Zayn McIntyre, Ciampa versus Shinsuke, Candice versus Rhea in a TLC match, a quick Grayson Waller segment, and then the main event, Cody versus Veer for the World Championship. I'm not against it at all. We're going to get the Payback Arena just so we're not in a concert hall. I mean, solid. Oh, now we have actually no money, though. Oh. I mean, it doesn't matter. I mean, honestly, it doesn't matter now that the TLC match is off because, again, we just lost all of our boosts anyway. So we don't get the additional boost that, well, I think Rhea has for the TLC match, or is it Candice? I don't know. So actually, that's not the worst. Yeah, we're just going to scratch that. We can make it a tables match and still have the money. So we're going to do that. I guess we're going to have 2 tables matches. We could just make it 3. Make that a false count anywhere. So we're going to have $7,000 after the show, but you might as well run it here for Payback. Again, main evented by Veer and Cody Rhodes. Please, Cody, win the belt back in Vegas. Big E and Damian Priest, non-title match. Priest is going to win. He just lost the belt, but he's going to win 4 stars, and we get an injury to Big E for 2 weeks. At least they paid it off for the pay-per-view. Zayn is going to beat McIntyre, 4 stars. I don't know if the feud's over yet, though. I doubt it, right? Tommaso's going to lose to Shinsuke, which is fine, because Shinsuke, rivalry's over. He has to wrestle Zayn next week for the championship in our next episode, which I'm fine with. Rhea beats Candice. Might be the conclusion of the women's division. LeRae's hurt, but again, we can still trade her, so we don't really care. Main event, Cody, come on. Don't lose 4 in a row. Oh my God. I mean, hell, it's a 4.5-star classic. Cody's hurt for the next month, which kind of kills anything we have with him, but it's okay, I guess. Veer's the champion. He's a dominant champion. Now, whoever gets the win over Veer is going to have, surprisingly, a whole lot of momentum. So now, again, we are getting ready, and why is Seth not losing the tag titles yet? But now we are building some momentum, let's be honest, for Veer here, and whoever beats Veer again is going to get all of that momentum. And I don't know who the next world title feud is going to be, because we are low on faces. Maybe Tommaso. It's probably going to be Tommaso Ciampa when you think about it, because Zayn holds the TV title. We're not going to do champ versus champ. It just eliminates one of the titles that we have. So I think that's what we're going to have to do. We'll see, though. Let's go Raw's pay-per-view. Julius Creed's going to win the opener here in a 4-star match. Io Sky's going to cut a promo. Then Bayley versus Natalya, non-title match. Even though Natty's the champion, Bayley is going to win. Then you got Charlotte versus Io Sky here. Finn Balor. Oh, wow, it's a fella sighting. Sheamus is here. He loses to Finn Balor. That's an interesting signing for them, and immediately inserting him into a world title match because Dragunov's in the tag title match. Dijak and Elton Prince are going to win. That's a good feud for Raw. And then Joe Coffey's main eventing against Trick Williams for a pay-per-view. Really? Trick's going to win 4.5-star classic. I still think we have the best card, though. Everything was 4 stars and above. There was no low point on this card. Perfect. 134,000 fans. Okay, let's see what SmackDown does in comparison. They have a better show because they took our fans. Okay, they just got more fans than us. All right, again, closing the gap. We do find ourselves in a pretty distant third, but again, a lot of time left. I think we're gonna be fine because we are building in a right direction now. Now I gotta try to make a trade. I want to get rid of both Candice LeRae and Rhea Ripley because again, we have no use for the women's division. Because what? We can't just insert those two immediately back into a feud against each other. So let's try to get Seth Rollins. That's who I want. I want Seth Rollins. 2 for 1. I think we're kind of getting robbed there. I want Seth Rollins and I want their world champion Dominic Mysterio. This will probably not work, but this is kind of what I want. I feel like I'm still getting kind of ripped off here, even with this trade, honestly, because LeRae's 77 popularity, Rhea's at 80, Seth is what, 77, and Dominic 69. Again, we are kind of losing the trade, so give me Logan Paul too. I don't care. I want all your champions. I want the tag title. I want the IC. Okay, they decline. Drew Gulak and Brutus Creed for LeRae and Grayson Waller. I think I'm getting robbed there if I just go Grayson Waller for those two guys. No, that's ridiculous. That's absolutely insane. Yeah, we're going to decline that trade. Let's see what they're going to offer us again, and they offer us the same thing. Oh, I guess less money. They want us to give them money? Yeah, come on. Monday Night Raw. Oh, okay. Sheamus for Candice LeRae. Now, Sheamus is much lower popularity than Candice LeRae, but realistically, who else would we get? Maybe Montez Ford could have been a better choice, but we are going to gain $62,000 in cash. That's actually going to really help here, and we save money on the contract from Sheamus, so welcome aboard, fella. We're going to get Sheamus traded for Candice LeRae, because LeRae can't wrestle for a month anyway, too, so I'm taking it. We're going to Green Bay, Wisconsin, and William Regal's going to say we can't use Tommaso Ciampa. Well, there goes the feud between Ciampa and Veer that we're going to try to set up. So, honestly, just looking ahead right now, right, for tomorrow's episode. If you guys hit that like button down below, we're gonna get tomorrow's episode back out same time tomorrow. Looking at it, probably Sheamus is in the next title match. He's in the next feud. Cody wants to win a match. Well, you're hurt. Fella wants us to improve. What is this? Effect packages. What, does he feel like he's on a B show now that he's on ECW? I mean, that's where he started his career in WWE, was in ECW, but it's okay. We get a shake-up. I'm going to take the stamina thing because we're always low on stamina, so we're going to try to improve that a little bit. We still have Rhea Ripley, which, okay, we don't have another woman. I wish Rhea Ripley could work like China, honestly, and she could just wrestle the men. Because seriously, that's what I would do. But unfortunately, that's not a thing in this game. So we are going to have to adjust just a little bit, and we're going to have to probably sign another female wrestler. Again, still can't steal, you know, a big star like Seth Rollins, which is fine. We're gonna go to free agency. We're gonna have to try to get someone well known. I was thinking Shayna Baszler, but we don't have the money for Shayna because Fella wanted us to go improve our effects, whatever thing. I like Bobby Roode, but again, we need a woman, and Bobby Roode's not a woman. I would take Chelsea Green, but she's not a face, so I'm gonna have to take Fallon Henley here. Guys, I'll be honest with you. I don't watch NXT. I just don't. I know some of the NXT women. Like I know obviously know Roxanne Perez's. I know Valkyrie. I think that's her name. I know Thea Hale. I don't know who Fallon Henley is. Is she part of Chase U? Like I know JC Jane's in Chase U. I know, you know, Priscilla Kelly, or what's her name? Gigi Dolan. I don't know who Fallon Henley is. I think she's from Chase U, but don't hold me to that. But folks, that will do it. That's our next feud, I guess, Rhea and Fallon. Folks, thank y'all for watching. Make sure that subscribe button down below for more. I'll catch y'all tomorrow for GM Mode Episode 3. Thank y'all for watching. Make sure that subscribe button down below for more. And Mamba forever.